Welcome back to Deck Support with Buzz. I got a comment from Islet 12-12. He says, Evo Volk, Evo God Barrel, Hero Musk, Snowball, Archers, Ram Rider, Dark Prince, and Skeletons. So this is the deck right here. I've gone ahead and removed your Valkyrie. You did not need it, but I've given you a stronger, powerful comp here, and I've also actually given you two decks. So with this one you've got the Skeleton Barrel, and with this one you have no Skeleton Barrel, no God Barrel. But like, I've kind of removed the God Barrel. It doesn't really work with this deck. It gives them too much incentive here to just log your Ram Rider and to get too much value out of that. So I'm actually going to go into a little bit more detail here in this video and show you just how to play this deck, the strengths of it, the pros, the cons, and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you here. I actually did try a few variations here with the Ice Wizard, and it was not working out. So that one was a no-go. I decided not to make that one the route here, but this one did work out pretty good. And I'm going to show you just how strong this deck is. And against this guy here, who was quite a sweat, by the way. He was trying so hard. And I ended up actually being able to take this game from him. But let me show you this game right here. So I started this off with a Musketeer in the back. I distracted the Firecracker with the Ram Rider, trying to put more pressure on him. By the way, the Ram Rider left alone would have killed the Firecracker on her own, just so you know. So he would have had to play something there. So, you know what I mean? So he did Fireball that. He will get some value out of that. Deciding to also Arrows that, kind of a dumb choice. It did cost him 7 elixir for that. But my attack was also quite expensive. I mean, it was a 7 elixir attack as well. But honestly, like, I don't know, just kind of a bad call. So here I activate my King Tower. This guy sees me do that, and he's like, oh yeah, I could do that. I'm going to activate my King Tower too. So he puts his guards in the back there, activating his King Tower. I give him the thumbs up. I send him my Ram Rider with a Skeleton Barrel and some bats this time. He doesn't have his arrows as ready as he could this time. So I'm able to actually get quite a bit of damage off. At this point, he's in try-hard mode. He's mad. He's out for blood. He's got the Witch down. I'm going to fast forward a bit. I drop the cannon in anticipation of the incoming attack. He fireballs in and my Musketeer. So I rotate fast enough to drop another cannon. No big deal on the left side. Meanwhile, you can see that Skeleton Barrel forcing some kind of pressure over there. And I try to get that Witch, but unfortunately he does kind of dodge that with the Knight there up front. Even right now, the Knight somehow defending the Witch there. So I'm forced to use the arrows. As you can see how clutch the arrows is coming in here, allowing the space to open up for my Musketeer. And as this attack progresses here, you're just going to see the power of this deck right now. So he's got the Evil Witch coming in here, and I just, once again, routine defense here. You got the cannon down, got the Musketeer on duty, got the arrows ready for the Witch. Arrows come down. He does get one shot off on my tower, which is not ideal. Something to think about, but it's okay. We do what you need to do in this game. He's going to have to arrows that left side. He does. Not before taking a little bit of damage on his tower there. A little bit of a late arrows, but does not matter. My primary target is the right side tower. Or is it? As this game progresses, we will see what happens. I got the Ram Rider racing down that left lane. I want to put pressure on that left side there. I want him to think that no lane is safe. You got to be on your toes against me, buddy guy. So I got the cannon right now on defensive duty. He does fireball my Musketeer, who also gets finished off by the Firecracker there. Firecracker is by far the most broken card in the game. For 3 costs, she survives a log. She survives like pretty much anything that would normally kill a 3-cost unit. And on top of that, her range is one of the most absurd things I've ever seen in the game. Yeah, Firecracker needs a nerf. God help us all when she gets her hero form. It is not going to be a good time to be playing Clash Royale. It already sucks that she can go evil with her little poison there. But regardless of my Firecracker woes, you can see this game, I got pressure on both lanes. And at this point, it can go either way. I got the Musketeer right there. She's kind of just blasting down the middle. And I kind of don't want her to get sniped by that Firecracker. Unfortunate for me, she probably will get sniped, but the Firecracker will just get distracted just long enough for me to realize it and shoot some arrows down. My Musketeer is going to do some damage here. This guy with 30 seconds left on the clock is realizing he's got to start rotating some fireballs. I'm in a panic right now because he's right. He could do a lot of damage and he can put me in a really bad position here. So I go full all out on the left side. My Musketeer locks on and gets a lot of damage on that left side, putting him in the worst position that he could possibly imagine, because at this point, All I have to do is defend. And so I sent my Ram Rider out to slow down his offense there. And as you can see, I'm going to take this game regardless of how many fireballs this guy could try to rotate to. Even if he arrows, it wouldn't have been enough. And that, my friends, is a GG. So that's one game there. You're going to emote on him. You can see at the end there. So I also want to get the fire against a Mega Knight deck here. But that's with that deck. I want to show you the power of the other deck here. So you can see I tried with your Goblin Barrel. It wasn't effective. But when I tried with the Mini P.E.K.K.A, you could see I was just kicking so much more butt. So I'm going to show you the Mega Knight game right here with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. This guy was super try hard. And, I kind of activated him a bit because, like, I could tell he really wanted to win. So right here, I sent in the Ram Rider. He's got the Electric Wizard on defense here. It's not a problem for a professional like myself. And as this game progresses here, you see the Mini P.E.K.K.A on defense here. I do notice that he's got the skeletons coming out. Not a big deal. We got a snowball for that. And as this game progresses, I will be taking a sip of my drink here. That there is delicious. Now, we do have minions on defense here. I decide, you know what? I got to try to maximize the value here, but I see he's got arrows. So I try to spread my units as far as possible, and you can see just how valuable doing that is. Because not only was I able to defend, but I was able to get some value out of him not getting the full value of his arrows, and I was able to secure a tower there. Now, my opponent does decide to go try hard mode right here. He does decide to put on the pressure, so I'm just going to fast forward a bit. He gets out the Hog Rider. I get out the Mini P.E.K.K.A. He gets out the Mega Knight. I get out the Ram Rider. Now, Mega Knight's coming in here. I try to surround him with the skeletons. Absolute failure. Doesn't matter. He gets to jump off regardless. And here, the arrows coming in. Not a problem. I got the Ram Rider lined up, ready to go. I got the Electric Spirit on duty for whatever is needed. And she's going to come in there. She's going to do a little bit of damage. At this point, I'm not worried. I know he's going to take that right side tower. He does have a Hog Rider after all. And I don't have a building with this deck. So, it's hard to stop a Hog Rider. Even with a Ram Rider dropped at the same time. It's kind of tough, but as you can see, I was putting enough pressure on the left side there that he was unable to really rotate the hog like he wanted to. And that's that game, guy. And you know what? Like, I'm going to show you this next game here, but just so you guys know, if you do need the help with your deck, go ahead, comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to be doing some live streaming here as well, just to, as I edit these decks, because they do take some time here. So, I'm going to show you how I defend against this balloon here. So I dropped the minions in the back. Now, they could easily get sniped, right? So I got to drop the snowball on top of the balloon there just to give some space for the minions. Now, the minions got a decent amount of HP, just enough to survive the onslaught there from the spear goblins. Spear goblins are super kind of weak. Yeah, low-key, they're kind of weak. Now, this Mini P.E.K.K.A does have quite a bit of HP, so I dropped the skeletons as insurance, kind of regretting that as the prince comes in here. I'm going to force him on the Electric Spirit before dropping the Mini P.E.K.K.A. That way my Mini P.E.K.K.A does not die, because if he got hit by the spear of that prince, he probably would have died. And honestly, I don't know if he would have actually finished off that prince. So it's important to keep him alive. I throw the preemptive snowball because obviously he has to drop something on top of my Ram Rider. And even if it was a Mini P.E.K.K.A, I would have pushed the Mini P.E.K.K.A away and given my Ram Rider just enough more time to do damage. And I got a lot of counters to Mini P.E.K.K.A, so I'm not worried about that. So it's things like that, guys, that you could, try to take advantage of. And the Ram Rider with the snowball does cost 7. And you could see I'm still at an elixir advantage, right? So, like, you got to anticipate these things. So this part of the gameplay of playing a game, guys, is, being able to do that. So he does have the wizard in the back there. I'm going to snipe him with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. We've got the minions on the duty in the back here. The Mini P.E.K.K.A is racing towards the tower. He will get dealt with, but it's not a problem here. I'm focused on that left side. So I dropped the Ram Rider with the Spirit. Going to handle that. She's going to do quite a bit of damage there as he decides not to respond. Yeah, I don't believe he responds. Let me go back real quick. Yeah, you can see he doesn't respond, so his tower is pretty much toast here. I think he gave up. Yeah, at this point, he's given up here. So you guys can see the power of this deck is so strong that it makes people give up. And that's exactly what I do when I edit decks, guys. I give you deathly decks, right? I give you decks that make people want to rip their freaking hair out. And that's the idea. So if you need help with your deck, comment down below, subscribe, and I will see you in the next replay.